Hello everyone. Today's online class of biochemistry, the topic is the biochemistry of cancer. The biochemistry of cancer is a very huge topic. I've tried to simplify it as much as possible and I will be teaching this class in three different parts. The first part will include the cell cycle and the checkpoints because we need to know the cell cycle and the checkpoints because the cancer which has got multifactorial in origin has its connection with the cell cycle. Second part will be on the cancer, its causes, the mechanism behind its development and the biochemical changes seen in it. And the third part will be on tumor markers which are used in the evaluation, diagnosis and management of different malignancies. So the objectives will be to know what is cancer, its classification, nomenclatures used in cancers, cell cycle and checkpoint, followed by apoptosis. Second part will include the causes for cancers, genetic abnormalities and the mechanism and biochemical changes seen in it. The third part will include the tumor markers. So to begin with, the definition of cancer. We all know that cancer is the second most common cause of death in the world, followed by the cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular diseases is the first common cause for death, followed by cancer, which is the second most common cause of death. To coming to the definition, it is defined as the unwanted, uncontrolled proliferation of cells with loss of normal regularization of the cell growth. What it means is cells are continuously dividing in the body under different checkpoints, or it has got its own regulation process. And if there is any damage during the cell division, or if there is any injury, tissue injury, that tissue or cell will be repaired by different mechanisms. And if it is not possible to repair uh, that particular cell at that moment, it will go for programmed cell death called as apoptosis. But in case of cancer, what happens? Because of multifactorial reasons, the cell division will not be under any control. The checkpoints are not acting properly because of mutations in itself or because of different causes. So that cell division is not regularized, and if there is any error, it will not be corrected by different mechanisms. So it will go on in uncontrolled division which are not required, and there is also loss of this normal regularization process. So it will lead on to form a mass of tissue which is unwanted. So basically cancer is defined as a process of unwanted, uncontrolled proliferation of cells because of various reasons. So this is about the definition of cancer. Nomenclature of cancer. Depending on the site of origin, these cancers or malignancies are labeled with different names. If the site of origin is ectodermal or endoderma, it is called as carcinoma. If it is from mesenchymal tissue or mesoderma, it is called as sarcoma. If it is from WBCs or leukocytes, it is called as leukemias. If it is from lymphoid cells, they are called as lymphomas. Or if the site of origin is from hepatocytes, they will be labeled as hepatomas. So this growth or cell division, uncontrolled cell division, is basically of two types. Depending on the nature, they are labeled as benign and malignant. In case of benign growth of these cells, they will have well-defined mass of tissue and there is a proper demarcation from the normal tissue. Most of these benign growths are slow in nature or slow growing, and they have differentiated cells. And also there is no invasion, local invasion, or there is no distant metastasis. Whereas in case of malignant growth, they will have ill-defined tissue growth with no demarcation from the normal tissue. And these are usually rapidly growing and have poorly differentiated cells. And these malignant tumors will have local invasion and they will have distant metastasis. Moving on to the next slide, that is about cell cycle. Cell cycle is nothing but events occurring during period between two mitotic divisions. In other words, it is a process where a single parent cell produces two identical daughter cells with simultaneously along with that there is duplication of the genetic material and the cytoplasm. So what is cell cycle is, single cell will produce two identical daughter cells with the duplication of genetic material and the cytoplasm. So it basically includes two phases, that is mitotic phase and the interphase. What happens in mitosis or mitotic phase? It is the actual cell division, and in the interphase there is cell proliferation. The whole duration of cell cycle is about 22 to 24 hours. So that is divided among all these different phases. The interphase is again divided into G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase, and mitotic phase has 4 different stages in it. Each phase of this cell cycle is, in the interphase, the first stage is G1 or growth 1 phase, and the duration of this G1 phase is about 10 hours. Here what exactly happens is the cell will be preparing itself for the next stage of cell cycle, that is for this DNA synthesis. So the raw materials required for the synthesis of DNA will be getting prepared here, and there is synthesis of RNA, proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. And next phase is the S phase of interphase, where there is replication of DNA is taking place, and the duration of S phase is about 9 hours. Next is the G2 or growth 2 phase of interphase. Here growth of the cell takes place and cell itself will prepare for the cell division. So there is enlargement of cytoplasm is taking place there, and also if there are any errors in the DNA synthesis will be corrected. The errors will be repaired in the G2 phase. This is followed by M phase or mitotic phase, where actual cell division is taking place. And this mitotic phase is divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, and finally a single parent cell will be divided into two identical daughter cells with the duplication of the cytoplasm and the DNA material. So this is about M phase, and the duration of M phase is about 1 hour. And after this, cell will enter a phase called as G0 or GO phase, where cells are not dividing. It is a resting phase of the cell cycle. Cells from this G0 or GO phase will enter the G1 cycle depending on the stimulation. Depending on the requirement, it will enter the G1 cycle. So this is how cell proliferation will take place in the interphase, and proper cell division is taking place in the M phase, and the total duration is about 24 hours. The significance of GO phase is that general metabolic events are taking place in this phase, first thing, and also recruitment of cells from G0 or progression from this GO phase is an essential event or phase which is required in the tissue repair or in injury or to develop into a tumor cell. So that is about G0 phase, and general metabolic events are taking place in. So that this regulation of cell cycle is taking care by the different proteins called as cyclins and cyclin dependent kinases. These cyclins are synthesized throughout the cell cycle. Their concentrations will increase and decrease throughout the cell cycle depending on the phase. Since they are secreted throughout the cell cycle, they are called as cyclins. These cyclins also produce different cyclin dependent kinases, and by the process of phosphorylation of different substrates which are essential for the progression, it controls the cell cycle. These cyclins and cyclin dependent kinases phosphorylate the substrates which are essential for progression throughout the cell cycles. And these cyclins are of 4 different types called as A, B, D and E. And cyclin dependent kinases are of 5 and named as 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6. And these cyclins will check the cell cycle at specific points in the cell cycle. The first site is the G1S transition phase, also called as restriction point. The second checkpoint is at the S2 synthesis phase, and the third one is between G2M checkpoints. So this is taken care by these cycles, followed by these. How exactly these cyclins take care is that, to mention, the G1 phase is controlled by or regulated by cyclin D and CDK4 and cyclin D with CDK6 complex. The S phase checkpoint is done by cyclin E and cyclin dependent kinase 2 and cyclin A and CDK2 complexes. The G2M phase is checked by cyclin A CDK1 and cyclin B CDK1 complexes. How exactly they do is that cyclin D, it activates cyclin dependent kinase 4 and 6. So these are synthesized during the late G1 phase of the cell cycle, which are undergoing cell division. This cyclin D along with 4 and 6 cyclin dependent kinase 4 and 6 assemble as a complex in the late G1 phase, and by acting on a substrate called as retinoblastoma protein. Retinoblastoma protein is labeled it so because it was obtained from a retinoblastoma tumor. So this cyclin D with cyclin dependent kinase 4 and 6 complexes, it acts on a protein called as retinoblastoma protein. This retinoblastoma protein is a cell cycle regulator because it binds and inactivates a transcription factor called as E2F, which is necessary for the transcription of the genes and progression from G1 to S phase. The function of this retinoblastoma protein is that it binds and inactivates this transcription factor, which is actually necessary for the transcription of genes and progression from G1 to S phase. So the phosphorylation of this retinoblastoma protein by CDK4/6 and cyclin complex will result in the release of transcription factor E2F from this gene, and gene activation will take place and cell cycle will be progressed further. That is how these cyclins will control or regulate the cell cycle by binding to a retinoblastoma protein. So what exactly is happening in this checkpoint is that in the G1 phase it is checks for the presence of sufficient amounts of nutrients, growth factors, and if there is any DNA damage. In the G2 checkpoint or S phase, from the S phase it will look for cell size and DNA replication if there is any error in it. And in the third checkpoint it checks for chromosome spindle attachment. That is how these cell cycle will be regularly checked by different cyclins and cyclin dependent kinases. So what happens in this if there is any failure in this checkpoints? The failure in the checkpoint can happen because of intrinsic error rate in the cyclins itself. If there is any mutation in this checkpoints, and if there is a damage and it is not repaired, the cell will continue to divide and the cell cycle is continuously going on. So all these events will lead to uncontrolled check or growth of the cells and may lead on to form a cancer in future. One more mechanism which is important in controlling this cell inappropriate cell growth is apoptosis. Apoptosis is also called as physiological cell death or cell suicide, cell deletion or programmed cell death. The different names for apoptosis is physiological cell death, cell suicide, cell deletion or programmed cell death. What exactly is apoptosis is? It is a programmed cell death in response to internal and external stimuli. It is a physiological response which is taking place during growth and differentiation of the cells, and it happens in 4 different stages. Whenever there is an injury uh, or a repair is required, the apoptosis will come into play, and this happens in 4 different stages. The first stage, in the first step, the cell will be shrunken and chromatin condensation will take place, followed by blebbing of the membrane with disintegration of the organelles, leads to collapse of the nucleus and organelles with continuous blebbing of the membrane, and this will lead to formation of apoptotic bodies, and finally macrophages phagocyte these apoptotic bodies. This is a normal physiological response which is happening during growth and differentiation. What is the significance of this apoptosis is that it is very much required for the removal of damaged or transformed cells. For example, it is required for the apoptosis of the embryonic tissue, removal of the viral infected cells or tumor cells. This will lead to loss of the injured or unrepaired cells. So if there is any inhibition to this apoptosis, it will lead to development of cancer. This is about the apoptosis and the cell cycle.